Hey everyone, Catch 'em All Collectibles here. In today's video, I'm going to recap the ridiculous, whatever that was, 8.5 hour live that Jake and I did Saturday night. I'm actually recording this Monday morning because I didn't have another video slated for today. And I assume not too many people out there are going to sit through 8.5 hours of whatever that was. Stay tuned though. I'm going to do about a 10-minute video here to recap some of our pulls from the night. We ripped a lot of product. We ripped, I think we opened probably a God Box Harry Potter base set. I'm glad it was crushed because that's what led me to opening it. And we got obscene pulls from that. You can see we opened some Japanese fossils, some My Hero Academia, some UFO, VMAX Climax, Primal Clash, random XY era packs. We opened some Japanese fossil. And I will say, stay tuned to the end of the video. We pulled some very rare serialized 1-of-1 cards. So stay tuned for that. You won't want to miss out. Let me start with the Quidditch Cup box we opened. First time I've ever opened Harry Potter. I love the books, love the movies. So years ago, like pre-boom, pre-hype, I got in quite a bit cheaper than they go for today. Unfortunately, I didn't buy 100 boxes of each from Hills Wholesale Gaming like I know some people did. I bought maybe 2 or 3 of a lot of them, and I think I only had 1 or 2 of the more expensive ones, but pretty cool set. Really cool to just see things, thinking back when these things happened in the movies, thinking back to those moments in the books. These cards, when I looked at them online, they looked really, really bad, honestly. Like, just to be completely honest. In person, and it's not because I have a vested interest now, you can see the camera. The way the colors, like, first off, when most people take pictures, I think they do something like this. It's like, okay, I can see the reflection of the camera over the character. It looks terrible. Everything looks just like the same hue of silver. That's not interesting. You need to really tilt it a bunch, and you need to get the right angle. Now you can see me. The rainbow effect that comes across at the right angle, you actually get like the little bit of a rainbow going on, and you also get the full true colors of the character. So yeah, these in hand at the right angle really do genuinely hit pretty well. I'll need to look into it, but Jake was saying that some of these are going to be worthwhile grading probably, especially next box I'll go through is the Harry Potter base set box that I opened. But yeah, from Quidditch Cup, we opened 3, and I believe Jake stated the expectation would be for 3 of these ghost rares. Marcus Flint, Oliver Wood, and Seamus Finnegan. Nothing too crazy, but still pretty cool to see 3. When he had stated like 2 to 3 per box, I think. Now, this one, absolutely obscene. I'll be interested. Ray, shout out Ray from the Pokenomics Discord. He was on screen when we were talking about opening this, and he mentioned that like YouTube doesn't really have many openings of Harry Potter base. Maybe unfortunate the state we were in. Some of our commentary was probably absolutely ridiculous. That's why I figured I'd just show this separately too. But the I'll probably timestamp in the comments each major box opening of that 8.5 hour video in case anyone wants to go see them in their original glory. But yeah, Human Chess Game, Invisibility Cloak. These are like the I don't know why I sleeved and top loaded that one. It's not even a hollow. Obliviate, but these are the regular hollows. That one's not either. And then boom, right into it. The rookie card. I've got 2 of them. One of them did. Let's see if we can see it through the card saver. One of them did have a massive print line going right through his face. Which one was it? You probably can't see it through the card saver. This one. So if I can get the right angle on it, right there, you can see it in his hair right now. So that one has a pretty solid print line. Probably only going to be like an 8 or something, but we'll have to see. Graders aren't perfect. They can definitely miss it. It's not horribly visible at all angles. The centering, the back, everything else seems pretty good. But the other one, I mean, the second Harry Potter that we pulled seems like it could absolutely be a 10 contender. I'm not going to slide that one out. You'll just have to trust me, I guess, and see what you can see through the card saver. But on top of that, it was funny. Before we opened the box, we were actually looking at them. Nearly Had This Nick was one of the examples we looked at on eBay. And I mentioned, again, I said, that doesn't really look that great to me. But, I mean, Nearly Had This Nick as a character. He's what is he, the ghost of Gryffindor's, yeah, right there. He's the ghost of Gryffindor. He's fairly involved in the books and the movies, given that our Harry, Ron, and Hermione are all Gryffindor, but least exciting of the characters we pulled, but still like not a terrible hitter. I think definitely feels better in hand, seeing like the depth of the what's going on in the background as you turn it. Two Hagrids, so two Harrys and two Hagrids. Again, one of them had a pretty bad print line, one of them didn't. So, and then Snape. I mean, Snape is like, if you're thinking of the book, the series, the most major characters, like who would be much higher than it would be Harry, Ron, Hermione. Hagrid would be lower than Snape, I think. Dumbledore's up there, obviously, but Snape's like a definitely a top 10 character, I would think, from the series. Malfoy, and then Professor Flitwick. Nothing crazy there, but to get 7, if you were counting, to get 7 ghost rares, I believe is atypical. So yeah, to have opened that box, hit 2 Harry Potters, 2 Hagrids, and then 7 total ghost rares. Very, very interesting to see. Then Jake, you can see Jake wandering around my office throughout the stream, just grabbing all different kinds of packs, what he could see. We opened some Hidden Fates. We got a baby shiny Scyther. Can't go wrong there. We opened a bunch of random XY era stuff. We opened some Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield packs. I'm so bad with the Ultra Modern sets. I can't even tell you what set the Steel Energy and Colossal are from. But we hit some gold cards. He opened an Ancient Origins, which is a fairly expensive pack. Very, very negative EV likely. 2/3 of the time you're going to get a non-holo rare. He opened the Primal Kyogre EX, and it looks beautiful. XY era full arts are pretty hard to grade. This one looks like really, really nice. So be interesting to see. At some point, a lot of these hits will be submitted. And we'll have to see how they do. We did open 1 box of UFO. No real hitters. I pulled out the Alien Bigfoot Reverse Hollow because that's going to be a binder card for me. I'm a Bigfoot collector. It was cool to see. Prism, nice to see the different variants. Prisms were like similar to Amazing Rares almost. They popped up out of nowhere. They had a couple sets and then they're just gone. I don't know what the deal was. Different mechanic for the game. Lycanroc V Full Art, Volcarona V. We got the Garbodor V Max, Corviknight V Full Art. Another. We got a Single Strike Energy Gold, which is pretty cool. We opened 1 box of My Hero Academia, which I know nothing about. Kai and Coulson and Jake, I think they were familiar with All Might, and they said that he was like a main character, a fairly important character in the series, in the anime, I guess. So, excuse me. So that was cool to see. I don't know that I'll make a binder, but I guess I could put together a binder. I'm definitely going to do a binder of Harry Potter base and Harry Potter Quidditch. Whether or not I do a binder of My Hero Academia, I don't know. Then you'll see here. I teased it earlier. 1 of 1 cards. So shout out Kai and Ray. They were on screen for a while. They, for whatever foolish reason, they saw me losing money, except for on my Harry Potter box. They saw me losing money, ripping packs. They figured they'd lose a little money too. For $200, they bought fossil packs. They got Zapdos. This one was Ray's, I believe. Ray got Zapdos, and then what he asked for to kind of pump up the value, I think. He wanted 1 card each, 1 common card each, signed by. He probably made me pick Zubat because, like, how sick of Zubat do you get when you're going through the caves in the game? So, like, that's probably his feelings towards me when he sees me, and it's right that I would have to sign a Zubat, a card that he's a species that he's sick of seeing. 1 of 1 though, true 1 of 1, signature on the card. So only paid $200 for the pack. I think Zapdos and PSA 10 isn't even worth $200, but to get 2 1 of 1 cards, I mean, Jake even wrote "get wrecked" on his. So yeah, absolutely great pulls there. Little bit of controversy here. I saved the spice for the end because Kai opened a Raichu. PSA 10, it's not even worth $200. Looks like it's got a little bit of a swirl going on there. But let's go through our commons and uncommons. Here's where the controversy comes. Let me know if you've noticed it yet in the comments. I'll pause for a minute there. They're all on screen. Another 1 of 1. I went Slowpoke on Kai's cards. Signed on card. True 1 of 1. I even circled the 1 of 1, which I feel like really helps the viewing pleasure of that one, really makes it pop. But yeah, Jake signed 2 cards, 1 of 1. the same card, the same get wrecked. And there's a floating hyphen here. Maybe this one's a different variant. Maybe he gets away with it just because of the floating hyphen. But let me know what you think. 2 of the same card with the same signature, with the same slogan, get wrecked. Both signed 1 of 1. Controversy or not? I'll leave it to the commenters to decide. But yeah, actually, obviously completely joking there. Not as if our signatures are going to be worth anything, but super fun night having Jake over. Shout out to everybody who hung out. I don't know how people hung out 8.5 hours. I don't know how we did what we did, but it was a fun time. Mason Cardinal Gaming, shout out to him in chat. He was in there. I don't know if anyone was in there the whole time, but there probably were. He was in there at one point though, and he mentioned something like, "This is a mini Denver. This is like a live looking at what Denver is going to look like." And honestly, it's true. I mean, not everyone partakes in the beverages, and you don't have to by any means, but the beverages were flowing, having a good time, hanging out, and just ripping product and hanging out with other passionate people about the hobbies. I mean, so many different card games here. I'm sure there'll be a lot of Pokemon. There'll be a lot of non-Pokemon though too. Those are the greatest times of the whole event. The conventions are cool, going to the conventions all day, but like the evenings, the trade nights, when people are just hanging out, chatting, talking the hobby, that's when the my favorite times happen. So yeah, with that, that's everything for today. Monday videos, I like to give a look in at the week. No long live streams this week. Pokeflips won't be until next week, where we have special guest Charlie Herlocker. So be sure to subscribe over at Pokeflips, because next Thursday at 1 p.m. we have him on. This Wednesday I won't be able to go live, but I'll go live Thursday. I think I usually conflict with Rusty, TCA Gaming, a little bit, but that's just the day that works for both of us, I guess. So it is what it is. And but yeah, look for me to be live on Thursday, and then my next video after that will be the normal one on Monday. So yeah, with that, like, subscribe, affiliate link down below if you're interested, and I will catch you all later.